Hey everyone, this is Rachel Graham, and I wanted to make this video to share with you guys how I plan to get back into a keto low carb lifestyle now that I am almost 3 weeks postpartum. So, number one, this is just going to be super short and sweet. Number one, drink half your weight in ounces of water. So, my current weight is, I'm not sure. I do have a scale, but I'm sort of trying to avoid weighing myself. I got weighed sort of inconsistently throughout my pregnancy. I feel like at the beginning it was every visit, so every month, and then it was almost like they just stopped weighing me. But I feel like I gained like 30 to 35 pounds. So when I started the pregnancy, I was a little bit heavier than I like to be. I feel like I was like 10 to 15 pounds heavier than I'd like to be. So we're looking at like a 50-pound loss that I would like to achieve. But having said that, I know a lot of the 30 to 35 pounds is like water. It's obviously the baby, the placenta, just the amount of fluids that's in your body, and then also the increased blood volume. So honestly, I'm not even concerned with the number, and that's why I don't really care to weigh myself. So I'm going to go with drinking a minimum of 64 ounces of water. I know that's not my current weight, but it's a good benchmark because it's 2 giant Bubbas. Like I have one of those Bubba water bottles that's like insulated and it's amazing. So what I've been doing is filling it up in the morning with ice water, and then I can literally drink it for hours and it's still ice cold, and then I fill it up again, and I think it's more than 64 ounces. So if the goal is to get 2 of those down, like as a very, like that's minimum requirement, 3 I think will be closer to the goal. So that's what I'm doing for water. And then I'm going to start taking a magnesium supplement at night. I've heard that that's really, really good. I always took electrolytes when I was doing keto, but I took like an electrolyte pill that had, magnesium, sodium, and what's the other one? It's so weird. Magnesium, sodium, and potassium, I believe. Anyways, the electrolytes, they're called trace minerals. And I was using that, but I'm just going to try doing the magnesium because I do get a lot of sodium just from like using sea salt on my food. So I don't think I really need that like combo pill. And the magnesium supplement that I'm going to get is like 400 milligrams. And magnesium is really good for a lot of things. Like it's really good for your heart. It's really good for sleep. I was watching a video and she talked about that can be a pitfall. Like people feel tired on keto and they think it's because they need carbs, and it's really because they need magnesium. They're deficient. So I'm going to try that, doing the water, and then just keeping keto super, super simple. So when I've done it in the past, I've done it very simply, and then I have tried to get a little more elaborate, and I feel like that is when things start to go awry because it doesn't need to be complicated, and that's like anything in life, The more you try to overanalyze it, overthink it, overplan it, the less I think efficient it is of a plan, and it's harder to achieve long term. So my goal is to focus on, I'm just not going to have white rice, brown rice, pasta, processed food, any grains, legumes, potatoes. I'm not going to have any of those things. Processed food includes sugars other than stevia and erythritol. But I'm also going to try to limit that. Previously, when I've done keto, I kind of go all in on the keto treats, and I have almost too many keto treats. So I think for this 2-week challenge that I'm going to start on Monday, I'm just going to go like with just having stevia in my coffee and really try to not have any keto treats, at least at first, while I get fat adapted again. And then I'm going to be supplementing with ketones and then with protein powder from Quest whey protein. I really like their vanilla milkshake flavor. So today I had a peanut butter banana vanilla protein shake, and it was fire. And that's like a really good way to get the sweet tooth satisfied. Like peanut butter banana with vanilla protein. It has stevia in it. So I think that's good enough. And then also having like yogurt with berries. So just like plain Greek yogurt, 10% milk fat with berries and then nuts. So this weekend is going to be kind of a phase out of carbohydrates for me. So over the course of my pregnancy, I was keto for the second trimester, like super strict. The first trimester, I tried to be keto, but I literally couldn't even eat meat or dairy at all. I was like, no, like it was really unappetizing, and that was kind of distressing to me because literally I had made a plan to start keto in January. That was like my New Year's resolution, and then I found out I was pregnant like the first week of January, and then it just like I couldn't eat certain things. All I wanted was carbs, and I know that's pretty normal. And I maybe could have fought it, but I actually don't think I could have. Like, I have a pretty good, like when I have committed to keto in the past, I've done well with it. And that was just like, I didn't even recognize myself. I just like couldn't eat things. As I said, meat and dairy were just like off the table. And those are things those are staples for the ketogenic diet, obviously, especially meat. So anyways, I am going to spend this weekend sort of phasing out the things that I have that have carbs in them. Like we have some chili that has beans in it. I still have some granola. Just kind of phasing those foods out and getting ready to go all in on Monday. So I drank my ketones today. They really make me feel amazing. They just they put ketones exogenously into your body. Your body produces ketones endogenously, but they really just like kind of kick things up a notch. And so when you're transitioning out of being a sugar burner into a fat burner, it's a really good thing to have a ketone supplement. There's other companies other than Prove It. That's the brand that I use, but there's Perfect Keto as well. I haven't tried them, but I've heard good things, and they're a little less expensive than the Prove It ketones. So, I mean, that's always a factor. I'm not sure if they're the same level of quality. Like I said, I haven't tried them. I should definitely do like a comparison game just to see like my opinion on them. Because just because I'm drinking Prove It ketones doesn't mean I can't say you could try Perfect Keto, brand. Just because I prefer to wear, Vans and Puma doesn't mean that I'll never wear Reebok. Like, come on. That was maybe a bad example. But you know what I mean? Like, I can have my favorites and then still, recommend other things to people or suggest other options. So, in any event, it's water, electrolytes, keeping things super simple, focusing on removing those processed carbohydrates and sugars, and then just adding in a ton of vegetables, high fats. So I want to get my fats in coconut oil, olive oil, grass-fed butter, full-fat dairy, full-fat, so some examples of full-fat dairy, 10% milk-fat Greek yogurt, heavy whipping cream, grass-fed butter. Kerrygold is an excellent brand. What else are my favorites? That's really it for full-fat dairy. Oh, full-fat sour cream. So, you can make awesome salad dressings, dips out of the sour cream, and then also just like have sour cream on taco salad or whatever. It's really easy to add fats in. If you find that you can't eat enough fats, just like as a part of the meal, you could literally just put coconut oil in your smoothie. Just, a dollop of it. There's also some awesome products that Prove It makes. One of them is a keto cream, and I'm going to be ordering some of that. It's an amazing fat source, and you add it to your coffee in the morning. So it's instead of using a creamer. And the nice thing about that is it's a powder, so it's not going to go bad, and it's a little less intense on the stomach. Like I find, just getting back into keto, or like if you have never done keto, putting heavy cream in your coffee can be a little bit aggressive on the old gastrointestinal tract. I swear to you guys, the mom brain is like a real thing. Like my brain wants to be firing on all cylinders, but it's like there's this like weird delay, and I feel like because part of my brain is like reserved to be like listening for him. So anyways, I'm going to end that here. It's just 10 minutes. So if you have any questions about the keto diet, low carb diet, you want to know anything about my experience, you are interested in trying ketones, I have tons of videos on my YouTube channel. Now that I'm postpartum, this is going to be a different experience. Just like when I was pregnant, I really wanted to be keto low carb for the duration of the pregnancy, and for a large portion of it, it wasn't doable for me, and I honored my body and I went with what felt right. And I will do the exact same in the postpartum period. I have had some people ask me about breastfeeding and the ketogenic diet and whether that's a good combination. And there just hasn't been a lot of studies. Like, that's the thing about ketogenic. There just has not been enough clinical studies, trials, scholarly sort of research to support it. There's been some experimentation, I guess, on mice, and it was very negative, but it's like you just don't know what they're giving the mice. Like, it could be, like not the right macronutrient breakdown, or not giving them enough water, and that could have been something that could have led to their demise rather than a perfect ketogenic diet, because that's pretty hard to achieve. So basically what I'm just going to do is observe my milk production. If it remains the same, then fine. If it's tanking and the baby doesn't seem like he's getting what he needs, then obviously I will 100% stop it and I will have carbohydrates again. I'm not going to put my child at risk for a lifestyle, a nutritional choice, if it isn't going to be safe for him. But you know what? Babies are born in ketosis. They know that for a fact. You can Google that. Babies remain in ketosis as long as they're breastfed. Breastfed babies versus bottle-fed babies are actually quite deep in ketosis. So just that alone, it's like, how could it really be bad if they're already in that state? And then in terms of just like the benefits for the mom are just like massive. Like the lifted brain fog. Like, you can see I'm struggling. Like, I've had some like foggy moments here. And so I'm hoping that the ketones will really like help my brain like fire on all cylinders again. And then of course you have a lack of sleep. Like, I don't even know how much I slept last night. It could have been 3 hours, maybe 4, but it was broken. So I'm really looking to cutting out the sugars and the carbohydrates to move into that fat burning mode to really keep my brain working better. Like, it isn't necessarily about losing the weight that I gained. But that's just like kind of an added bonus. That's just like a side effect, like when you go from eating like processed foods, like I have been, a lot of sugars and processed carbohydrates, and you cut that out and you start doing more vegetables and you're eating really nice cuts of protein and you're having that full fat dairy and berries and stuff, you're naturally going to lose weight. That doesn't mean like, it's just you're eating healthier, right? So anyways, now I've talked for another 4 minutes. So I'm going to leave that there. Like I said, if you are curious about ketones, I've made a ton of videos on my YouTube channel, Rachel Graham Wellness. The link is in the link tree in my Instagram bio. And if you have any questions that you want to just ask me personally, I will definitely respond to you via DM. You can even email me, rachelgrahamwellness@gmail.com, if you don't feel like DMing me. All right, well, have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.